Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today, let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please type the number 1 in the comment section in the chat box below to let me know that you can, I would greatly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. All the candidates we look at today are considered for education. And if you like what you see here today, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, follow along, ring the bell. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch. Make sure you're checking out all the various social platforms that we've got out there. All right. Evelyn, good morning. Good morning. Erica as well. Good morning. Don and Chris, good morning to you. Paula, good morning. Hey, say hey. Hey, Trip, good morning. Alan, Linda, Erica, happy Friday. Yeah, there we go. I agree. It gets to that point. Sunday afternoon, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Monday starting. I can't wait to get back to the market. And by the time Friday gets here, I'm waiting for the weekend, right? Hey, morning, Robert. How you doing? All right, so let's go ahead. We got a lot to jump into today. Let's start off with the futures. And we're looking at what seems to be a sea of red, right? Everything is down except for NASDAQ, right? But let's see where we're at with everything. So ES is our first one. We're down $1.50. All right, not a big deal. The Dow is down 77. The NASDAQ's up 37. The RUT is down 1.5, so kind of flattish. Bitcoin is down $720. Ethereum's down 16. Gold is down 10. That's a decent move. And then crude is back down to 102.5. They're down $1.41. So NASDAQ has had a big run from that 7 a.m. time period, 6:30, 7 o'clock. We've had a big run from there. Some of the news coming out on some of the NASDAQ stocks in that pre-market announcement phase that takes place, right? Happening over there. So let's see what we can't find. Hey, drop in the candidates that you guys did for yesterday. What trades did you take? Funded, non-funded? We don't really care. We consider everything that we do here non-funded. It's all for example purposes only. So drop those trades in, those candidates in, and let's check those out. Share, keep the community going, keep the vibrancy going here. And let me go over from yesterday. Alcoa was the only one that I took yesterday. So let's go and take a look at Alcoa. CAA. Right. So Alcoa was the only one. They had earnings come out. They were down one. The stock below 79. So we got to 80. Was kind of on our open, 80-ish. We dropped down, come up and retest that 79 and fail. We did exactly what I wanted it to do, right? And then a bear call spread above 80. So if you looked at the 80-81s, you were able to get 30 cents on the 80-81s yesterday for that bear call spread. And you can get out of them. I mean, if you held them to the end of the day, you got a penny for them. For us, we closed that non-funded trade at 5 cents. So we picked up 25 cents on that. So nice little trade set up there for Alcoa. A lot of the other stuff just, I looked at Netflix. There was no spreads. I mean, there was nothing on the spread that worked. We had such a big move on Netflix, and we got near levels that I wasn't comfortable with. It wasn't worth taking the trade. For United Airlines, there was no premium in the trade. It's just par for the game. You got to find the ones that work. So let's see what we got here. Good. Lots of comments in there. Good. I appreciate when you guys throw that stuff in. Evelyn said, SPY 50% gap trade was the first time setting an exit with a stock price at plus 113. Yes. Very good. Good job, Evelyn. Use that stock price. I love it. Alan said adorable Adobe. Good. Don and Chris, AA bear call spread $270. Nice job. Netflix bear call spread $240. Good for you. Roku for Erica was $1,868 profit. Yes, if I had the Thor hammer here, we'd be using it. Fabulous Facebook. All right, Alan, good for you. Chris said BX was 45%, SPY was 74%, OKTA was 44%, NVAX 85%, mRNA 37%. Q's got stopped out. EOG managing currently at 87%. Sounds like you're doing well there, Chris. Good. I appreciate the shares. Alan said, wonderful W day. All right. Say hey said SPY $20, Tesla 4,400 and AA 220. It looks like SPY might have been minus $20. Tesla, okay, good. So say hey corrected it. It wasn't 4,400 on Tesla, which is not hard, right? With the moves that Tesla makes, but $440. Appreciate that. Robert said day trade Q and Apple puts and actually a few calls, but still came out of the day flat and with a profit. All right, good. So no positions open, but came out with a profit. That's what flat with a profit. And then Paula's got SPY 6%. I missed the whole PM move. You know, it's all a matter of, you know, you got to be in it to win it, right? But you got to be there to win it. If you're not there, you're not there. I wasn't, right? So it wasn't something I could take advantage of. So what do? I'm not going to cry with a spilt milk type theorem. It's, you know, we got to make time for what's important. And there's other things in life besides just the market. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that, but it is, or there is. All right, so let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right, so, and then last one, Joan put in DKNG, lower breakdown of a pressure cooker. Good. I love those pressure cooker trades. So we've got 10 candidates on the list today, and I've got them all on our tracker. So American Express is the very first one that we're looking at. Oh, I never wrote down, darn. I didn't transfer over the reason for them. Most of them were earnings. Let me make sure. I think everybody's earnings. Yeah, they're all earnings today. The only upgrade, I moved over to the don't have time to look at it list, which was United Airlines. They got upgraded by JP Morgan. So earnings came out. They are down on their earnings. They're down $2.19 to 183.5. That puts them below the 8, below the 21. So it puts them down in here in a neutral bias. We're going to look at a bear call spread above that 189. Right? So we want that bear call spread to be up here. You could also look at a long put. Right? Then we're going to look at CLF. Look at CLF. Again, earnings. Right? Cleveland Cliffs. They had the CEO on CNBC this morning. Life is good. They're doing great as a company. He's very enthusiastic about where they're going. Right now at 31.5. So we got above this 30.99. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 31. But guys, I like naked puts. If you don't mind owning this stock, I like naked puts. And I'll look at a naked put below 31, right? So as of yesterday, the $31 put was $2.13. We've moved $2. So if we go 1, 2, it's worth about $1. It might be 75 cents. I mean, guys, if I can get 40 or 50 cents for the $31 position, right? Am I okay owning it? Yes, because if you look, as of yesterday, we had 43 cents on the 40 delta for a covered call. And if we go to next week, I got 63 cents. So we're looking at about 50 cents for an entire week, 55 cents for a full week of premium on our covered call. So am I okay with that? C, I will take it, right? So I like the naked put. Anything that's under 40, I always preference going to a naked put. Yeah, I've got ISRG on our list, Erica. So we're going to look at them. HCA is our next one. They're in a bit of a channeling pattern. And they had earnings come out. They weren't good. Their earnings are down $28.50 right now to $2.41. So blew through that one. And now we're looking at that $242.57. Guys, we're going to look at a bear call spread, but I'm going to look above 260. Right? To try to go to make that kind of move and hope it doesn't go and bounce $1.50 is insanity to me. So I need to be above that 260. You can also look at a long put off of that 242.5. So it broke. I'd like to see it get down to 240 range first, come back, retest, and fail. And the retest doesn't have to hit 242.5. Get me back up to 242, to 241.75. Just get me back up near it and roll over. right? The bulls made the attempt and it failed. That's what I want to see. ISRG, right? They have earnings coming out. They are down on the morning. Whoo! They're number 2 as far as the amount of dollar down from the morning is $12.50. They're down at 282 right now. So where does that put them? Guys, look where we are. We're right at that 281.34 level. So we'll look at a bear call spread above 298. Right? You could also look at a long put. And again, what would have to happen? Get me down to about 296. I'm sorry. We're down here at 281. Get me down to about 279, 79.5. Come back and retest the 281.5 and fail. And there's the entry for the long put. Right? I don't know if you're going to get anything off pivots today. You won't on HCA. You might on ISRG. You might. All right. Next one on our list is KMB. So KMB right now, earnings, they're up $7. 135 even is where they're at. So 134, way up here. What a move. 1, 2 full fib lines. I mean, 2 standard deviations already at that point. So we're looking at a bull put spread below 131. Right? So I want it down here. Again, we're at 135 right now. We're just $1 above. The thought that we made that huge move and we can't potentially pull back $1, I don't want to be on the wrong side of that coin. Right? I'd also look at a long call. And what's the long call? Move up, retest the 133.95, bounce, and you've got the bullish entry there. Newmont Mining, NEM, they're down on the day. Also earnings, they're down $3. They're at $74 even right now. So it puts them and they already had gotten this huge move yesterday, right? So it puts them just above that $76 level. 76 to 81 is 5. We don't need a fib in there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 81. With 74. Oh, wait, we're down here. Yeah, we're probably not going to get anything up here. 74. $3. Yeah, so let's do bear call spread above 76. Right? Or a long put. I was thinking we were still right here, which is why I was saying that. For the above the 81. So long put, retest 76, fail, enter. Right. Nucor. All right, so guys, there's only 3 more candidates left after this, so go ahead and drop in the ones that you want me to take a look at for you. There's 2 real main reasons why we do this section, guys. I think it's one of the most important pieces of the day is if you're going to look to potentially place a trade today, I'm not telling you should or should not, but it's another set of eyes to look at that chart, right? That's number 1. Number 2, there are some of you that are here that are ultra experienced in the market and some that are brand new and don't know a stock from a rock. This is a way that for those of you that are more experienced, whether you're a professional trader or getting, working your way to it or not, you can help the others that are here that are maybe trying to figure some candidates out to trade, right? And give them some ideas, some thoughts along the way. And hey, since I've just handed you 10 candidates, maybe you give me one that I'll trade today, right? So maybe it's 3 reasons. All right. So, okay, Nucor. They are, what a place, guys. I mean, great company. I visited that when I was in manufacturing. Took my wife with me, pretended she was my assistant. My boss paid for her airfare, and we made a weekend out of it. And we went to their facility, their plant, and they're a steel manufacturer. And we're in the factory, down on the floor, and up above your head, there's these big pots of molten metal that are kind of floating around. Right. And then they go dump them out into an ingot and make this big thing and flatten it out into sheet steel. And I felt like I was in a Terminator movie. It was awesome. And all of their steel is made from scrap. So they're a much different plant than where most other steel makers are. With that, they're up $1.41 right now, which puts them at 177. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 172 or a long call. Right, bounce off the 172. You got 182 as resistance. Schlumberger, SLB. This industry is definitely in the know. Why do I not have that here? SLB, did I just type it in wrong? Yeah, I don't know where I got that symbol that I put in there. Okay, but this is right. I don't know where I got it on TradeStation. So Schlumberger, they're up 88 cents right now. They were in a neutral bias. They're sitting at 41.5. Guess what? Bumping its head on ugly. Right? What's ugly? 41.5 is ugly. We've got the resistance there of the fib and the 21 moving average just above it. Right? It's a very strong resistance. Do I want to take this bullish move? I'm going to wait on this one. And this is SLB. I don't know. I had PPG down. Go check that one out. I don't know why I put it down. But UNP, which is Union Pacific. So UNP is down 203 again. Earnings, they're down at 242 quarter. Nice. They broke down below that 244 level. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 244. We could also look at a long put. Fail, retest, drop. That's all we want. Verizon, not a very exciting company. I would only look at this one as a spread. Their vols are going to be low. Their premiums are going to be low. Earnings missed. They're down $1.31 to 53 3/4. So they got below. I mean, if we go back and look, right, it's a very old fib, but it's fitting. It's the one that works, right? It's time-wise, it's too old, but it's what's happening right now. Right. So right now we are at 54 over there. So we pulled down on their earnings down to that 54.17. Guys, I'm not excited about it. I'm going to wait. Bad news on their earnings. I really don't want to fight overall the move, right? The pattern. So let's see. All right. We've got some candidates in that you guys put in. So let me go and switch over here. This Bud's for you, BUD, which is Paul is asking on Bud. I don't know if Bud was out today, but Paul's got Bud and Sam Adams in there. Sam we had, but Sam is monthly options only. So on Bud, they do have weekly options available on them. So it's a little bit of a choppy picture for me, Paul. So the funny thing was the very first training that I ever took on the stock market was back in 1997, right? March of 1997. And the coach that taught the training used a chart like this as an example and had a name for it or a reference to it. Not my name. I didn't make it up. I'm just telling you what he called it. He called it grandma's teeth, right? Lots of spaces all over the place. And to him, he said, you see that? It's taboo. Stay away. Okay. So like the phrase, don't like the phrase, just think of it the way it is, guys. There's lots of gaps all over the place, right? So that's a little scary when you look at it. From that perspective, they're down 67 cents right now. I mean, I ain't got nothing on them. No fibs, and that's because of how choppy they are. Right, so 60.77, we've got 60.22. So I don't know if there was news on them as well today, Paul, as there was on Sam, but 60.22 is support and 62.5 is resistance. Boston Beer Company, Sam Adams, right? Again, monthly options. Why I normally don't have fibs drawn on a lot of these stocks is oy vey. Woo! COVID was good to Sam Adams, huh? Wow. Not now. What the heck? Where do I have to go to even find anything there? Holy mackerel. So they're down $9 to $337. I've got support at $346. We're going to look at our next support level down there about 300. Right? So you've got some room to run. I would make it a day trade. I definitely would be looking at this, Paul, off of pivot points intraday. All right? If you're looking at them. Roman, good morning, or very, very early morning for you, right? TSLA, Tesla. Right? Let's see where they are. I don't know if you heard the news this morning, but with as well as they did, Roman, Elon Musk is now receiving an extra $15 billion in options, which they say, although he can't cash in, he can now take that and pledge it towards this new purchase of Twitter. Man, talk about timing. He knew it was going to happen with those numbers. He knew that 15 billion was going to pop. He only needs to find 30 billion now to go ahead and be able to buy it, right? I mean, it's just, and he's got a couple of companies looking at it. They're up $3 in the pre-market, which puts them at 10.12. So we've got 10.16 here. We're still in that slightly bullish bias. Moving averages are bullish, right? But I need to get above that 10.16 retest and bounce, Roman, to take it. Certainly look at the pivot points today as potential entries, right? I hope that helps, guys. Let me know down below if what I'm giving you is helping you. Evelyn is asking for SPY. SPY up to 440.60, then down to 432 or 29. Okay, so 442 up to 440.60, then down to 432. What she's saying is here's 433.14. Right about 432 is where she's going to set her target for, right? Or 429. So you're looking at somewhere down below in here. So I like the 432 level, 432 half, somewhere in that place. That area is where I'd love to see it go. And with SPY right now, we are down $1, so 437. So in an ideal world, it moves up in that 441 area, not hitting it, but getting up near it, 440-ish, 39.5, fails and takes it down to about 432. Good setup, Evelyn. Good setup. I like it. Alan is asking for NVIDIA. I think it was NVIDIA. Yes. Okay. I'm going to stretch my neck to look to the other computer to see the candidates. Bearish below 200. Oh, yeah. Look at the pattern. Very nice, Alan, right? We've got our blue zone there, okay? Our health zone. So bearish below 200 or 195.55. Bullish test of the 200. I'm conflicted. So it really comes down to market, Alan. Right? If the market is bullish, if the S&P is running this morning, right? If the NASDAQ is running this morning, right? And ideally, you'd want to see both because we're talking about what affects both, right? And you bounce off that 200 level, I have zero issues taking the entry. When we look at it, let me type it in and get the current quote on it for pre-market. We're up 17 cents. So it is conflicted as well, right? 12 cents. It's a very small amount right now. 202 basically. So if you retest and bounce, you've got such a small risk in the trade. Even if it went against you and you did a reversal trade, you got out of the bull and took the bear. You've got small risk in that trade overall, right? So I like where it's at, but you are right. It's going to have to be a decision made of where's my next step, right? And we definitely need a new fib on that one when we get it. I hope that helped, Alan. Let me know. Erica's asking for Roku. All right. Let me put it in on this end here. And let's see what it's doing. So it's up 49 cents to $100. All right. So they got hammered the other day off of Netflix and Dismal and all of that great stuff, right? Right now, they're at 100. So they're kind of flat-ish, but overall, the pattern is bearish. Erica said up to 112, roll over and take a bearish trade. Yeah, I'm good with the bounce off the 100 towards that 112. I'd probably be at about 111, 110 and a half area before. And as long as it got up to that point and rolled over, I'd be good. And you've got a great confluence of the 8 with that 111.73. So I like it a lot. Good setup. IBM. Trip, good morning, sir. Curious how the best trade IBM post earnings closed at 139.85 after the gap and 2-day run, also due to a new fib, but no swing high yet. Yeah, so I mean, let's add in the 882 trip first off. Right there. So this is our second time, our second attempt at that level, at that 141.28. Okay. To me, if where are we today? How about that? It's hard to know what. All right, so we're down to half a buck, 139.25, right? So if we can get the pullback trip to the 138-ish level and bounce, then there's an easy answer. That's an easy trade setup right there. Okay. You've got to remember this. You've got 2 full days of strong run, Wednesday, Thursday, which makes today Friday. You may see some profit taking today. So I would keep my stops tight on this after this big move. You're going to have some traders that say, you know what, I'm not carrying it through the weekend. I got in last week at $128. It's at 139 right now. I'm going to pull the trigger and call it a day. All right. So I hope that helps. Okay, good. Paul had said that both Bud and Sam were down on earnings. Yeah, like I said, I knew Sam was out. Bud wasn't one on my list today. It was probably just because it was such a low mover. Morning, Roman. All right, so ISRG. What was that? Erica said, did you say a retest of the 279.5 and a fail for a long put on ISRG? So right now, ISRG is down to 280. Okay. So what I said was it's a retest of that 281 and jingle. I said I'd like to see it get down near that 279 level before coming up and retesting. In other words, I don't want us to just get below the 281.34 level. Let's say like 281 and then retest. It's not enough. I need there to be some pain, some suffering for the bulls, right? The retest, bulls are feeling good, and then the failure. Because at that point, guys, what's happening? Teaching moment, right? Even though I don't have the time today, but sorry, I didn't get my drawing tool started. So, okay. So if we're sitting right here right now, right? The bulls are suffering immensely. Many of them do not have stops in place. There's a lot of pain being felt right now, and the market starts to climb. The bulls start feeling better about what's happening. Like, whew, okay, it's coming back. Maybe I could still salvage some of this. And then it gets up near this level and it fails. Whether they know that level is there or not does not matter. The pain factor is in. And now that we broke, retested, and failed, that's enough to start driving out the bulls. And what are they doing? They're selling their shares. So what's happening? The price is dropping further, right? And those are all arrows, by the way. It's just my poor attempt with the mouse, okay? It's dropping further and further and further. So that's why I like that pattern that we're talking about. So I hope that helps, Erica. Roman, you're welcome. Nope, Andres, we have not looked at Apple yet today. We were waiting for you. All right, Apple, let's see where we are in the pre-market. We're flat, 166.5. We're flat. They're 15 cents right now. We're still in a bearish bias. Retest at 168.34 and roll over. You've got support at 165. So, or break the 168.34, retest and bounce. I'd want to see it above the 21. And there's your opportunity. Their earnings. Let me see here. We've got earnings. I don't have it on this. It's showing here 428. Always confirm earnings before you place the trade. Good. Evelyn, you're welcome. Alan, Tripp. Good, Erica. Excellent. All right. Guys, if you missed it last night, Brandon did a great job. Always does a great job on E-mini stuff. So he's got one more E-minis training scheduled and coming up. Make sure you go ahead and get to that free training that's there, right? So the next one is the 27th, right? And that will be at noon. So go ahead and check it out, guys. It's the last one he's going to be doing for a little while on it. Sean, if you would drop in the Trading Like a Boss links for everybody, I'd appreciate it. Good. Yeah, Chris said great explanation on ISRG. I appreciate it. Guys, the bottom line is, listen, people tell me all the time, my friends that are traders, like, dude, you're nuts sharing your list. You're nuts giving away what's on power option plays and telling people these are the stocks that you guys trade in there. You know, if people aren't paying for it, they shouldn't have it. You know what, guys, I could tell you, I think that XYZ stock is the bomb for today. But if you don't know what my plan is, what the hell is the difference? What if you don't know how I effectively go after that position? What good does it do? right? Am I worried that you're going to trade ISRG? No. You know what I'm worried about? That you're not, right? And it's, if nothing else, it should be on paper, right? And that's really where everybody should be doing, is focus on non-funded trades right now, right? Because if I can get you trading, right, you'll never quit. If I can get you to stick with this and get to a point that you see things work, you'll never quit. But here's all I ask in return. When you're done here today, I'm going to ask you to email 5 of your friends and say, hey, go check this guy out Monday on this YouTube show. You are missing way too much. You need to be in that show. Roman, who is a professional trader, he's in all of our advanced trainings, lives on the West Coast, is up 5:30 in the morning when we start, right? He's there at 5:30 in the morning to come and check it out, guys. Why? Does he need me to help him understand what Tesla's doing? He knows exactly what Tesla's doing. He knows the methods. What's your phrase, Roman? Follow Rob's rules, right? That's it. That's it. There's a pattern, a system. So, Chris, as far as sharing the ISRG, I appreciate the comment. Thank you very much for it. But that pattern works over and over and over again. But there's a psychological effect to everything that happens in trading. That's the biggest part of it. When I tell people mindset is key, if you're not in the right place mindset-wise, you'll never be successful in the market. This helps you understand the trader, that's a bad word, an investor's mindset, what the investor sees. That gap down, they're praying it comes back. When it does, they're feeling better. When it fails and rolls over, holy crap, now what? Now it's time to sell. It's Friday. Do I want to carry over the weekend? I've already lost X, whatever X is. Let me get out of the trade. They start selling. Selling pressure kicks in. Prices kick up. Implied volatility shifts over to the puts, jacks the prices up, and you crush it on that trade. Woo! That was a big explanation. Okay. Woo! Eric, you're the best. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Don, Chris. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see all of you Monday. Good trading today. I'll see all of you Monday at our next update. All right, take care for now, folks. See you then.